Hindu Love Gods was an American rock band that was, in essence, an occasional side project of members of R.E.M., with, at various times, Warren Zevon and Bryan Cook. History. The band debuted with 3 scatter gigs, all in Athens, Georgia, in 1984. The group played mostly cover tunes, though a few unreleased originals also made it into the mix. The first gig took place on Valentine's Day, 1984, and featured Bryan Cook, vocals and piano, a member of Athens bands OK and Time Toy, and R.E.M. members Bill Berry, drums, Peter Buck, guitar, and Mike Mills, bass. The follow-up gig took place 2 weeks later. Added to the lineup was R.E.M. lead singer Michael Stipe on vocals and drums, and Warren Zevon on vocals. Zevon performed his hit, Werewolves of London, as well several other songs that were, at that point, unrecorded, including Boom Boom Mancini and Trouble Waiting to Happen. The final 1984 gig took place in June, and featured the Cook, Berry, Buck, Mills lineup. The group entered the studio as a quintet that summer, with the lineup of Berry, Buck, Cook, Mills, Zevon. They recorded 2 songs for release as a single, which were eventually released in 1986. The A-side, Gonna Have a Good Time Tonight, was a cover of an Easy Beats tune. The B-side, Narrator, was a Bill Berry composition that R.E.M. had played live, but never recorded. The song's composition was credited to Berry, Buck, Mills, Stipe. After a period of inactivity, Hindu Love Gods played one 1986 gig in Athens as a benefit for the family of the recently deceased D. Boone. Lineup for this performance was Berry, Buck, Cook, Mills and Stipe. Buck, Mills and Berry later joined Zevon as his backup band while recording Zevon's solo album, Sentimental Hygiene, 1987, during an all-night, and supposedly drunken, session in the midst of recording Zevon's album. The 4 recorded 10 cover songs, mostly blues standards, although originally not intended for publication. These recordings were finally released by Giant Records on the album Hindu Love Gods, 1990, with the artist credit going to Hindu Love Gods. The song that received the most attention was a rock version of Prince's 1985 hit, Raspberry Beret, which reached No. 23 on the modern rock charts, during a concert at The Shadow in Kansas City in December 1990. Zevon commented that the album was selling by the shitload, whereupon one of his backing band informed him that it was selling like shit. The album peaked at No. 168 on Billboard's top album charts. Discography: Gonna Have a Good Time Tonight, Narrator, 7 inches single, Hindu Love Gods, 1990, Giant, Reprise, Warner Brothers, Raspberry Beret, single.